I've been on vacation in Asia for a little while, and I don't know how all these YouTubers do it that make the travel vlogs and everything, doing all that documenting and video editing. All I wanted to do was vacation. I think I only traded twice for like 10 minutes each. I thought I was going to get over there and do some exciting live streams and things like that, but I didn't want to do any kind of work. So maybe if I go back and stay longer, might be able to get some work done over there. Highly recommend Bali. Bali was absolutely amazing. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas. Got about 15 minutes to the New York Open. I'm back on Eastern Standard Time. It's pretty amazing. I woke up naturally. I had plenty of time to make some hot chocolate and some pumpkin spice cereal. Ready for some New York Open action. The market just opened. I got into a short. We pulled up to the 50 level. Point of control was drawn up into the wick even before this candle closed. We were also at a 50% extension level on the 50-50 chart. And check out the delta on the ES going in the completely opposite direction. Looking at the higher time frame, after yesterday's high, we got R1 and there's really nothing in the way. I changed some things up on this chart real quick. I got the ultimate delta doing the delta push arrows, and then I've got the super slope on here, just painting the candles. But yeah, when we're in uncharted territory, even if we're at all-time highs, I've still got these extension levels from the MMT 50-50 indicator. These are standard deviation extension levels based off of the 50% levels. So even when we're going into no man's land, I've got some levels to look out for. And I can have as many of these as I want. I think right now I've got 5 above and 5 below. You can also change the period of the standard deviation. I was doing all that talking then messing with my charts. I would have taken this short too. Point of control way up into this huge top wick. We got a nice move down, pulled back all the way to the 20 SMA, getting a hold up at pre-market center. Just got a nice bounce right off of VWAP and this gamma level here. Over 25 points, right up to the 20 SMA, rejected at the 20 SMA. I just took a bounce trade at this previous session strong gamma level. We just blew through VWAP. Then I was also looking at value area low. We came down so quick, thought we'd get a little bit of a pullback. I didn't get the best fill, so I ended up only getting 6 points or so. We've been getting all these delta push arrows to the downside here. We just got one to the upside. If I would have had this in pending buy mode right there, when that arrow appeared, I would have instantly got 10 points there. I've got it ready to go if I want. I'm not much of an auto trader, much prefer the manual entries, but the MMT market maker can do both. I've just got the simple 3-button setup on the 60-minute. This is where I'm getting into my MNQ trades. Then I've got Chart Trader hidden in the background on this 1-minute chart, so my ATM will show up here and I can move my stops and targets around efficiently on the 1-minute chart. But this is a regular NQ chart if I want to trade the regular NQ, and this is my micro chart if I want to trade the micros. On that last pop up, we pulled right up to a strong gamma level. This is a strong current session gamma level from the MMT gamma indicator. We just dropped 30 points from that level. Dang, I stepped away just for a minute to grab some more breakfast. Get this nice sell-off. We bounced right off of yesterday's point of control, and it was also a 50% level from the daily time frame, this pink line from the MMT 50-50 indicator. So a little double key level right there, and we bounced over 50 points. Had the delta push arrow come in. We had one to the downside, and then when we started bouncing up, we had a delta push to the upside. Had all these delta pushes to the downside. This is the same delta diamond setting with a level 100 on an NQ 1-minute chart. Had some divergence down here too. Just got into a short. We pulled back up to this previous session strong gamma level. This area had been holding for the past 5 minutes. Delta wasn't going anywhere. Just got into another short. We had the super slope turning bearish. Had another delta push arrow. Breaking below the 50 level. I chickened out a little bit early. Only took around 6 points. It would have hit my target for the full 10 points. I had my full target up above yesterday's close here around 38.50. But we just bounced right off of yesterday's close. I just grabbed another short as we came up to current day open. We just dropped down 10 points from there. Then we bounced right off of yesterday's close. Just turned 10 o'clock. Gonna chill out for a minute and see where price wants to go. We had a delta push arrow appear intra-bar on this 1 minute candle, somewhere right around 760. Just popped up to 75. Could have got an instant 10 points there. We were bullish back here on the cumulative delta candles. This is the trend and reversal indicator using the cumulative delta as an input for the trend flow, painting the candles based off of cumulative delta. Had an imbalance signal to the upside on this candle back here. ADX went bullish. Delta percentage was already bullish. Same thing over here. I've got the trend and reversal, but on this chart it's got the delta percentage as an input. So these trend flow candles are being painted based off of delta percentage. I try to show as many examples as possible of different ways to use the indicators. Everything's going to come down to personal preference and your own personal trading style. Some people might want a much simpler setup and just focus on 1 or 2 charts. I'd always want to at least have a couple of different time frames. Usually at the bare minimum, I like to have a 1 minute, a 5 minute, and a 60 minute. Although if I had to pick only 2, I'd trade off the 1 minute and the 60 minute. We just kept wicking off of this previous session strong gamma level. Now we're breaking down lower again. This last 1 hour candle is definitely bearish. Just got into another short. We pulled up to the upper Bollinger Band. Then we had this big old cluster of key levels, gamma levels, VWAP, pre-market low. Hopped into a short. We just popped down about 30 points there. Getting a little hold up at current day open. Still below the 250 SMA as well. That's something I look out for between 10 and 1035 is where price is in relation to the 250 SMA. We just came down to yesterday's point of control once again, and this 50% level from the daily time frame. Getting a nice bounce up from this area. I have not seen any more trades that I want to take yet. I'm kind of waiting until we get a little bit closer to 1030. I do like it short as long as we're still below the 250 SMA, coming up to 1030. As we approached 700, I went for the whole number bounce trade. Didn't get the best fill. I think I got around 5 points, but we bounced up to 712, so definitely some room for the bounce trade there. Had all these delta push arrows to the downside here. We just got this one intra-bar to the upside. Got a nice 20-point bounce up there. Do like the idea of a short trade. We just pulled up to whole number. We had point of control up into the wick here. Just about to hit 1030. We got delta declining here. Even as it's trying to push up, delta's moving lower here. Just turned 1030. See if we can get the fill here. Delta's still dropping off. All right, there's the 10-point fill. It's after 1030. It's probably going to be my last trade. Up over 180 bucks on both of the accounts. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan is the absolute best. Thanks so much for your support. I wish you best of luck in your trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.